Ladies and gentlemen, this is the real experience. This is Musical Hangout, which means it's Tuesday. At least that's how I know it's Tuesday. I think to myself every morning, I don't think I'm live streaming today, so it must not be Tuesday. Ergo, it is one of the other remaining 6 days of the week. I, of course, am your jovial musical host, Zach Hval, singer, songwriter, guitar player extraordinaire. I would appreciate it if you would smash the like button to appease the algorithmic gods that we are beholden to in our day-to-day lives ever since we all engaged in a collective social experiment via the inner Googles. And maybe subscribe. There's guitar lessons. I got a guitar lesson here coming up that I think it's going to be pretty helpful. And it's got room for a sequel to it. Let me do my audio fix real fast. Talk amongst yourselves. That should do it. Yeah, new stuff coming as always. New songs, new videos, all content can be found. YouTube is a good place to find me. You can find me by hitting that subscribe button. Another place to find me is by clicking them links down in the description box. That'll take you to like Facebook, Instagram. The TikTok link might be in there. I don't do much on TikTok these days. I don't know. I'm comfortable getting spied on by U.S. companies. I don't know how I feel about getting spied on by the Chinese. But at some point or another, I'm probably getting spied on by like 8 different countries. I see where, I have access. I know where my music is being played from. So it's probably in those countries that I'm being spied on. At least because they do what they're instructed to do in those countries like Mexico. Got some people in Norway listening to me. They follow the links down below. And you can too. It costs you nothing, and it makes me very happy. Every time you do that, my wife promises to bake me cookies. Right now, I'm at like 9 batches of cookies. So there's a cookie deficit here. That's kind of for me to... Oop, that wah pedal's getting a little noisy, but I like it. Anyways, that's for me to kind of deal with. Let's see if it'll shut up. It might not, and that's okay. We're going to keep on trucking. Anyways, we're gonna keep it nice and relaxed, hopefully, this week. Last week was full of high octane, but I'm looking at the first 3 songs. Doesn't look good. Looks like we're here for some punishment. We got some Led Zeppelin. We got some original tunes. It's going to be a great night. I got the Epiphone 335. Can you dig it? We're going to do a little bit of that boogie rock. It's a sort of a throwback jam, except for it's not, because I wrote it. And it can be found on my album that came out actually last year. The album is called Imaginary Songs. The song is called Boogie Your Blues Away, because that's what we're going to do. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've got blues, well, prepare to boogie them away. Can you dig it? Well, now your blues are bad. Worst old feeling that you ever had when you want it taken away. I got a method. Let me show it today. Let me boogie for you, baby. Boogie your blues away. Let me boogie for you, baby. Let me boogie for you, baby. Let me boogie for you, baby. Yeah, let me boogie for you. Let me boogie for you, baby. Boogie your blues away. Now you start off with baby, just to get it right. Play Little Richard, watch your feet take flight. Howlin' Wolf will howl, Freddie was the king. But step aside, it's time to do my thing. Let me boogie for you, baby. Boogie your blues away. Boogie for you, baby. Yeah, let me boogie for you, baby. Let me boogie for you, baby. Yeah, let me boogie for you. Let me boogie for you, baby. Boogie your blues away. Boogie to the right. church on Sunday and boogie for Christ. At least I do. Let me boogie for you, baby. Boogie your blues away. Let's boogie. A musical hangout first, ladies and gentlemen. Not necessarily the first time I've done that song, but first time I decided to not sing an extra chorus, or I sang an extra chorus of that song, and then soloed an extra chorus of that song. I kind of like it. I don't know. We'll give that another shot or two some other time. Chunky. I don't often bring out the Epiphone 335 here, this chunky blue beast of an instrument that I'm playing right now, but when I do, oh. We're going to do a little Led Zeppelin, because I'm wearing my Led Zeppelin t-shirt, I just now realized. And we're going to do a song about a whole lot of love, but you can read between the lines and realize it's actually about a whole lot of drugs. Here we go. Led Zeppelin 2, ladies and gentlemen, rocks harder than any album that came out that year. All facts and no printer, as the kids say. Actually, are the kids still saying that? I don't even know. We didn't say anything like that when I was a kid. We said things like, well, we swear to the Almighty a lot, that's for sure. And that was basically it. We had to, language was simpler then, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, we're going to do a little tune of mine called Beatnik Trousers. And hard to find a song of mine, if I may be so bold, that rocks harder than this song. Doesn't rock as hard as Led Zeppelin. Although some people tell me that. Not me, I don't think that. But people come up to me and they tell me that song, Beatnik Trousers, that you have, off of your 2022 album, I Have No Strings and I Must Play. Oh boy. That's some hard rock, slamming mamma jamma. And I say, I don't know what that phrase means that you just said to me, but it did sound like a compliment, so thank you. Anyways, this is a song called Beatnik Trouser that was born on this very program many years ago, ladies and gentlemen, but I finally, after weeks and even probably about a year of refinement, it is now ready to be rocked like a foul creature of the night. But sometimes we rock gently, as we will later, like we would a little baby. Right now I'm going to rock your skull right down to your socks. Here we go. An ode to bell-bottom jeans, if you will. It's fun to do that song when I'm actually wearing my beatnik trousers, or as we formerly know them as, or more legitimately know them as, beatnik trousers, or bell-bottom jeans. Ugh! There is no fourth song tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I got myself in a creative person's trap, is what we call that, where you have so many ideas. You know, it reminds me of David Lynch, God rest his soul, where I just have so many ideas for this fourth song. At first I was like, well, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this here, Gristle 90, into open E, and I'm going to do an awesome version of Statesboro Blues. You know, that classic blues tune that Festus McCorkindale and the All Night Pounders did, or the Allman Brothers did, or Taj Mahal is the version I was kind of thinking of, kind of emulating. And I decided I need a little bit more work on my open tuning slide, so I'm going to put a pause on that. And I was like, well, I also like Robin Ford's version of Born Under a Bad Sign, and that would fit in right nicely after Beatnik Trousers. And then I was like, I kind of want to practice this, work out some really awesome licks for it. So then before I knew it, it was, you know, Sunday, and that's the Lord's Day, you know, where I try not to do anything but go to church. You know, watch a movie with the missus. Anyways, so we're going to do instead my signature blues tune. Ladies and gentlemen, when you are a creative person and an artist, no doubt, you get to create signature tunes. It comes with the territory. My signature blues tune is called Zach's Blues. It can be found on my 2021 record called Sounds. That's what it is. It's a collection of sounds. And each song on there is sort of an experiment in and of itself. But this one is just straight blues, folks, in the key of F, which I've been told is the key of love. But when I ask why that is, nobody gives me a serious answer. Look, I'm not a knower of things. I just watch old Jeff Beck videos on YouTube, and I try to catch up on The Walking Dead. Anyways, I'm gonna play the guitar now. I just lost myself in the blues, ladies and gentlemen, and you can too for just 4 easy payments of $14.99. Somewhere, I give it away, a lot of it for free. Speaking of blues, we're going to continue our little blues kind of continuity. That sounds like the right word, so we're going to stick with it. I want to do a Led Zeppelin classic from Led Zeppelin 3. Some say Led Zeppelin 3 is the best Led Zeppelin album, but those of us know that the correct answers are either Physical Graffiti, Led Zeppelin 4, or Led Zeppelin 2. You got to pick one of those three to be your favorite Led Zeppelin album if you want to be in the club. Of course, I'm no gatekeeper. The only album I'll accept any Led Zeppelin album as your favorite Led Zeppelin album, unless you tell me it's like In Through the Outdoor or Coda, because then I'll know you're a psychopath. I hope I don't get a bunch of mean comments later being like, how dare you talk bad about In Through the Outdoor or Coda. The deluxe version of Coda is fantastic. And I do like Hot Dog, and that's on In Through the Outdoor. So there, I said some nice things. In any case, I'm out of control. I'm gonna do Since I've Been Loving You, and hopefully the High Sheriff of YouTube has mercy on me. hooty hooty hoo. I like that there blues music. Jimmy Page. What else can you say? Frick, he's good at guitar. Frick, he's good at guitar. I don't know. I mean, you listen to that song where he drops it like a continental soldier on, oh shoot, No Quarter. There it is. Whew. I mean, the ocean. It's like, gee whiz, man. Did you think in the 60s and 70s that maybe kids, generations into the future might want to create some guitar riffs? No, he did not. Mostly because he was on a lot of heroin at the time, and that's okay. He got better. He got better, in Jesus' name. But yeah, I mean, 10-year-old me heard things like that with my stupid bowl cut and my probably hand-me-down jeans and clothes with the stupid... Kids today can stream everything. You can just go on Spotify and everything's there. But back in my day, unless, they're like Neil Young and take it off and then put it back on again. But, things are so accessible. I had to listen to things on a compact disc. Some people out there remember the compact disc. They're still around. A friend of mine's got a car. It's a newer car. Doesn't have the ability to play compact discs. We used to be a country, guys. Folks, we used to make cars. Actually, I think it's an imported car, so I guess I can blame somebody else. But this used to be a world where we had CD players in our cars, and now they don't. So it makes me glad I drive a piece of junk that has a CD player, so I can listen to Led Zeppelin 3 and beyond. And not just Led Zeppelin. I can listen to Roy Buchanan. I can listen to Waylon Jennings. I can listen to whatever my heart desires, as long as I buy the purchase. Yeah, physical media, folks. I gotta stress this. I hate to go on a tangent here in the middle of the stream when we're having so much fun and we've got so many more tunes to play, but I mean, you buy it and it's yours forever. You buy the DVD and it's yours forever. You stream it and you can use it until somebody else, some company, some producer says the wrong thing or has the wrong political opinion and they yank it off. The Hulu or Disney Plus or whatever. You buy the video game and it's yours forever. You buy the CD, it's yours forever. That's why I'm glad I'm an independent artist. So I have my own master. So if they decide to take me off Spotify, I'll just put the master out. I might revisit some of those mixes, but I'll put them out on a different platform. More people that like and subscribe and follow me on Instagram and things like that, then maybe I'll consider going back to CDs. But in any case, speaking of music that you can stream places, this is my tune. It's a tune called Waves on the Rocks, inspired by Eric Johnson. Play around with the chord changes for a bit. I got time. See what happens. Extemporations. There we go. I can speak, I swear. Maybe I should just not use big words. Yes. I kind of want bananas there at the ending, but that's okay. That's what you tune in for. Our friend in the comments says, cool, Cat Killer says, Zach, who is winning the Royal Rumble? Good playing, by the way. Thank you. Well, that's a good question. There's who's going to probably win, and then there's who I want to win. I mean, Roman Reigns, the tribal chief, OTC. It took me a while to come around to him, but I finally have after that smashing debut on Netflix with Monday Night Raw. So OTC, he's up there. CM Punk couldn't pull it off last year. It wasn't his time, hurt himself. I mean, my favorite pick to win would be CM Punk, but they're probably going to give it to Roman Reigns. And let's not forget John Cena's back, and wouldn't mind having, I think if he wins a championship, he beats Ric Flair for most championships in a single career. Okay. That got a little scary and psychedelic, so we're going to cool it off with some less wrestling talk and more Widdly. We're going to do a little Freddie King for the kids, who also used the reel. If CM Punk doesn't break his leg when walking up to the ring, he'd probably win. I hope so. I wouldn't mind seeing Roman Reigns, though, take another crack at the belt. Could be good storytelling. In any case, I'm going to do a Freddie King tune, who also wielded the 335 of the Gibson variety. And also, actually, I think this was recorded on the gold top Gibson Les Paul with P90 pickups. In any case, it's a good bluesy song here that we're going to have a grand old time doing for you. I love playing this song. I love listening to this song. It's not a complex song. You're not going to hear fancy chord progressions in a Freddie King tune. Of course, now that I say that out loud, there's that little voice in the back of my head that's like, you're probably wrong. But it's just fun. It's fun. Butterscotch is what it's called. Let's do it. No, it's not butterscotch. I'm sorry. At least twice a month now, I'm on a losing streak of starting the wrong backing track. And that's okay. That's okay. This song is actually one of my tunes called Samantha's Lullaby. It is not by Freddie King. Freddie King does not have a tune called Samantha's Lullaby, but I do. And it's on my third record called The Legend of Frankie Bastone, which is the concept album. And for those of you who are uninitiated, a concept album is an album that tells a story over the course of it. This album is 10 songs. And I do a little nod to Jimmy Page at the beginning, sticking with the Led Zeppelin theme that's been running throughout our time together tonight. Gosh, I'm mad. I gotta cool down after that. Yeah. That was Samantha's Lullaby, which is not Butterscotch, not even in the same ballpark. Butterscotch is in the key of C, and that was in the key of E. For all my music friends out there. Now I'm going to do Butterscotch. You know, it's like almost like I write them down on a piece of paper and put them in front of me so I know what songs I'm going to be doing tonight. Anyways. It could happen. It could happen to me. It can happen to you. Butterscotch. It goes like this. See, isn't it cute? It's kind of a cute song. I don't think that was what he was going for. That can be found, I believe, on an album called The Texas Sensation, Freddie King. He was not, as I said, using the Gibson ES335 on that record. It was the Gibson Les Paul with the P90 pickups. So I want to say that album came out in the early 60s. Maybe but for some reason my mind is telling me 1959. And usually when that happens, there's about a 50% chance that I'm correct 60% of the time. And if you take that 50% of the time that I'm correct 60% of the time and extrapolate it over the 30 years that I've been alive, there's about a 33 3/4% chance that somebody out there is making fun of me for being wrong. It all adds up. Alrighty, let's get psychedelic and end it on a psychedelic number of mine called Darkness on the Face of the Deep. This can be found on the I Have No Strings and Must Play album. And I don't know. This is gonna be one of those ones where I might go to the astral plane. We'll see what happens. Something like that, ladies and gentlemen. That was Darkness on the Face of the Deep, a reference to the Book of Genesis. For those of you who are of the cloth, such as myself, Zach Hval, singer, songwriter, guitar player extraordinaire, this was live, ladies and gentlemen. Unless you're watching this later on, you know, could be next week, could be tomorrow, could be a year from now. This was live at this particular juncture in time, but later on it might not be, and that's okay, because you can always subscribe to the channel here to come and hang out with us on Tuesday nights. Or, better yet, you can follow me. Well, actually, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. If you can tune in, that's awesome. But if you can subscribe, that's even better, because a lot of the times people watch these things and they don't actually subscribe, even though they love it and they want to see more of it. So be sure to do that. Also, would be helpful if you would follow me on Facebook, Instagram, things like that, just to give my ego a little bit of a pat on the back. It gets me through the winter months, you know, when Mr. Seasonal Depression comes around and says, hey, you're not worthy. That's sad. I wish I had thought of something more funny to say, but that's okay. We will be back next week. That's going to be into February. I don't know what day that is because my calendar says January, but the date that it will be the day that I will be here to be once again. I think it would be the 4th of February that I will be here once again, singing and dancing the night away, making you feel the power of the night and day and mid-afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Zach Hval, singer, songwriter, guitar player extraordinaire, signing off, reminding you that it's always darkest before the dawn, so if you're going to steal your neighbor's car, that's the time to do it. Bread is bread, cheese is cheese, praise God. So a doctor and a lawyer, this is my attempt at making the downer of a little bit ago better. So a doctor and a lawyer are at this party, and they're trying to have a conversation, but they're constantly interrupted by people coming up to the doctor and asking him for free medical advice with their various ailments. And finally, after a while, the doctor says to the lawyer, how do you do that with people coming up to you and asking you for free legal advice all the time? And the lawyer says, well, it's simple. I send them a bill the next day. You should give it a shot. And so the next day goes, and the doctor is somewhat guilty, but feeling guilty, but he's still preparing bills to be sent out. And as he goes to his mailbox, he opens it up and notices that there's a bill from the lawyer. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.